welcome back to Everyone is Addicted. Today's guest, Chelsea, has graciously come on to share her knowledge and experience with addiction. So I'm going to welcome Chelsea and let her take it away. Hi, Chelsea. Thank you for joining us today.
Hey, Jasmine. Thanks for having me on. Excited to be here. I definitely have some experience with addiction. I personally recovered from substance use disorder. I have 12 years sober
Yay,
and
good job. That's better than me.
thanks. Thank you. It's definitely been a journey, right? I mean,
Mhm.
ups and downs. Just because I got sober doesn't mean life has been perfect and beautiful and rainbows and all the things. It's still life.
I just said
So,
that earlier to somebody. I'm like, somebody commented on something, and I'm like, just because I'm sober doesn't mean my life's all rainbows and sunshine, but I can manage it better.
right, exactly. Like I have the tools today, which
hmm
I didn't have before. And long before I ever used substances to solve my problems, because that became the solution, I was inequipped to deal with life. I,
hmm
as a child, did not know how to deal with anything. My emotions, I wasn't taught what to do with them. These feelings of anxiety and fear and dread and this feeling less than was really consuming for me as a
Same here.
child. Really? As a
I was
child?
bullied I was bullied, so as a child I was consumed by never feeling good enough and being afraid of people and like very anxious all the time. And they didn't know how to cope with that, right? Which led to addiction, obviously.
Exactly. I mean, that's my story too. And when I talk to people who've been through the darkness of addiction, we all can relate on some level. Like our
hmm
stories might be different, like we come from different places and have different backgrounds and upbringings and education, careers, whatever, you name it, it's going to be different. Like all that stuff out here in the material world is different, but internally, I find we're all the same. That pain is the same. How we deal with life is the same. And for me, I didn't know how to deal with life. And I found all this stuff out here in the material world to try to fix me long before I ever like took a sip of alcohol or anything. And I would find these ways to try to get people to notice me and like me and fit in with my peers from a really young age. I remember in the first grade, I would actually check out more advanced books from the library because I really didn't know how to read, but I didn't want people to know I didn't know how to read.
I tried too. I remember checking out Oliver Twist and
Oh, yeah.
trying to make it like I could read that. And I still remember like because the wording it is in old time wording, it was so confusing. And I remember just looking at it and being like, I'm just gonna sit here and pretend I'm reading this. I
Right.
was the exact
Exactly.
same way.
Oh my gosh. And it was just, that just continued as I got older. And in the third grade, so the school I went to, when we failed a test, we had to sit out in the hallway by ourselves and retake the test. And it only took one time for me to realize that I did not want to experience that level of humiliation ever again.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
pretty. Yeah, that's pretty kind like that's really singling you out. That's like punishment.
right. And I was just I didn't know what to do with myself. I mean, I'm out there by myself retaking my times table test and I'm 7 years old at this point in time and all I knew was I have to figure out a way around this because this can't happen again. And I found a way to cheat so that I would be able to pass my tests and not have to sit out in the hallway. So that those patterns of lying, cheating, stealing, manipulating from childhood, I don't know where I learned these things because if I'm being honest, I grew up in a very loving home. I had parents that treated me great. They instilled morals and values in me. I don't know how I came up with this, but I was very crafty and very innovative. And I just knew that I had to find a way to feel better about myself. And that was kind of a recurring theme, this
Hmm.
desperation to feel better.